Good afternoon, most venerable monks, honorable guests, respectable chairperson, ladies and gentlemen. Today's my topic is actually a question. Is there a Tara legacy can be remain in a most dominantly Theravada country, Myanmar? That is my question. So let's see. So as we all know, concept of Tara as a female bodhisattva or a meditational deity instilled deeply throughout the Himalayan range, including Tibet, Mongolia, and spread among the other Buddhist communities, including Myanmar. Tara inspiring feminism, in Buddhism proving very rare example among who attained Buddhahood as a woman. Spread her adoration well established in Pala Emperor in Eastern India throughout at the time of 8th century CE and spread south to Sri Lanka and to east throughout the Southeast Asia. Early embrace of Mother Goddess concept in the Burmese community can be found here, as I show. It's a Neolithic mud dice, big mud, and one stone and figurine, which found in a central Myanmar. And pre-Buddhist bronze sculpture through the Samon River Valley and Chindran River Valley showed the presence of headless symbolic bronze Mother Goddess figures in single, double, and triple patterns. When Buddhism reached to Myanmar, then the mother figure worshipping probably continued along. Around the 2nd century BC, the first known city-states emerged mainly in central dry zone of Myanmar by Tibeto-Burman speaking Pew peoples who were the first civilized people of Myanmar. Buddhism was much flourishing in the time of Pew millennium, and as their civilization was syncretistic, they are not only a Theravada, but it's a mix, so there is a Mother Goddess worshipping is thriving. Among them, devotion to Tara was obviously blooming. As I can show here, Tara figurine, its height of 2.05 in height, so it's a huge one. So it was found in the ancient city of Sri Khatra, now proudly displayed in the Sri Khatra Museum. Oh, sorry. Sorry. Oh yeah, thank you. Oh, yeah. As you can see here, the figure is a height, have a more larger than our height, so it's once be enshrined in a separate temple. And other samples are votive tablets of Tara, you can see here, and also Tara along with the other Buddha figurines. So it is a votive tablets. So besides Tara, the archaeological findings also indicate a widespread presence of other tantric Buddhism among the Pew civilization. All along the possible, there is evidence recorded that in the time of Pew, there are more female educations and there are more female nuns among the Pew people. So it's probably a sudden female freedom where in the background means they have the empowerment in the Pew social cultural life. Began after Pew city-states fallen down around the 9th century AD, the Burgun's rising. And even after the rising power of Burgun, there still we can see the Tara tradition continued, probably through the Aris. Those are the tantric monks, manifested by stone statues, terracotta votives, and mural paintings. But in 1065 was a turning point. The great emperor King Anortha had tried to implement a series of religious reform by breaking the influence of Ari monks, encouraging southern tradition of Theravada Buddhism. However, his restructuring cannot get its grip instantly. So, and Aris also not disappeared straight away. They remain in their powers for so many centuries. Later, the King Chansata, who had been Anortha's commander-in-chief and later succeeded to the throne to the son of the Anortha, he have lots of tolerance. So there are Mahayana, Vajrayāna, and other practices were tolerated in his regime. One example, the Chansata's chief queen, Abhayana, donated a very famous temple. In there we can see all the very beautiful fresco which indicate the tantric influence, including various patterns of Tara. Another one is a son of Chansata. His son Raja Kumara also donated Mingaba Gubyauchi temple, also have influence of Vajrayāna. And after we are crossing so many centuries, nowadays we have a mainstream Theravada Buddhism, but there is a parallel existence of Vaisa or Vidya ways followed by some monks and many of the laymen. This path is believed to lead to life as a semi-immortal and supernatural beings who are using samatha, using astronomy, mandalas, yantras, mantras, alchemy, and a reflective identification with the deities. So evidently, millions of followers rely on them for their daily living. And heritage of Green Tara. According to the Myanmar Vaisa or the Vidya sects, which I already mentioned, there are a long and complicated list of supernatural beings. They are called Tainantian. Tainantian means they are a protector of a treasure. So they are a protector of the treasures. They are waiting for a future Buddha, Maitreya. So these treasures they believe that they will offer to that future Buddha. So there are some mother goddess or wisdom goddess figures among those who believe in Vaisa ways. The Tara can be found, especially in a green form. For example, there are some treasure protectors called Myananwe. It means a descent of an emerald palace, or a Mya Seng Shin. She's a lord of the green emerald, and Mamya Seng means simply it's a green emerald lady. So all have a green tinge. One of the famous examples is Shan Princess Sormonla, believed as an emanation of Tara. She is a former queen of King Anortha, who had been expelled from Burgun Palace because of her tantric practices and power. Nowadays, she is also one of the head of those treasure protectors. This is simply Emerald Lady, Mamya Seng, waiting for the time of future Buddha, Maitreya. Another, we can see here, the 7 Green Sisters, headed by Mya Saint Shin. She's a Lord of Emerald Green. And this is Mya Nanwe. She's a descent of Emerald Green. So she, as you can see here, this pagoda is in main town Yangon, and she transformed as a Buddhist monk in every year when there is a Lenten month. Some also believe that Mon Queen Shin Sopu as a embodiment of great green mother or wisdom lineage. Yes, although their backgrounds, myths, and legends are differed and regional variances, occult devotees deeply believe in that traditions and doing some rituals accordingly. In conclusion, a Vajrayāna institution in Myanmar, which was obviously obliterated nowadays, but not totally extinct. Since the Bagan era, still going on as Visa or Bidya way among many believers. Tara, especially the green, somehow seems to be inspired Myanmar people through the perception of Mother Nature with the hope of protection, devotion, along the current needs of tolerance, compassionate love, and also to drive to conserve the ecological environment. By some means, it lost the mainstream connection, but waiting for the revival. These are my references, and thank you very much for your kind attention.